For those of you not been here, I'm just paying a visit to Dave Spencer. This is his garden. The dahlias follow on further down. And when he comes out, he's just going to run us through the plot.
Well, we're just going to have a little wander through the plot. I've got about 930 plants laid out here in 25 varieties, and they cover 6 cut classes for the national. Whether I can put all those on the bench is another thing, but I've grown for 6 different trophy classes at the national. And the first variety we've got, which is undercover, and I never normally grow miniature ball varieties or miniatures undercover, but in the case of Decara Kent, which this is 37 plants of Decara Kent, which is a red miniature ball, you will find if you ever grow it, it's fine when the weather's dry. As soon as it rains, it will show every little spot of rain. It comes out as a white dot on the blooms, and it totally spoils the blooms. And I had that last year, and they were fine until it marked up. And this year I've moved it undercover. So we've got 37 plants. I've just started this budding yesterday for the first time. Today is the 3rd of August, and that's the size bud that I've gone for. Tiny little buds, and I disbudded 50 buds at that stage yesterday, which hopefully would take me to the bank holiday, August bank holiday weekend. Then I've got a mixed, I don't normally grow giant decks, but our society, the Kent Dahlia Society, is aiming for an exhibit in the Herbert Brown. So I've got 29 mixed giants. That's made up of 12 Sir Alf Ramsey, 12 Hamari Gold, 2 Bryn Terfel and 3 Jean Shaw. And the biggest of the buds are this sort of size, which I think on the 3rd of August might be a bit big for the national and more like bank holiday weekend, but then the others hopefully would give us a couple of blooms that we can sort out, hopefully that will be good enough to go in the Herbert Brown. I've got 2 beds of Kiwi Gloria, 64 plants in all, and they're all timed to start with the August bank holiday, and we go from small buds right up to buds that aren't even in sight. And at the end of the bed I've spaced out right along the hedge there, which is a bit overgrown, 31 plants of Jean Ellen, which is I think the best fimbriated, pure yellow fimbriated dahlia that we grow. Incidentally, I grow Decara Kent 9 up, the giants are mainly 3 up, and I grow Kiwi Gloria with no feed and 7 up for Kiwi Gloria and 7 up on the Jean Ellen, the Fim. This is a new medium decorative for Philip Gosmarks. It's not got a name yet, it's still on the number. It's called T1 at the moment, but no doubt a name will appear somewhere along the way. And it's very, very early. I've been fighting this variety right the way through, as you can see here. It just wants to come in bloom, and I bashed it and knocked it about and held the buds back, and now I'm allowing the buds to come, and that will be about the biggest bud on the plot. And I'm looking at August bank holiday for a bud like that, and the follow on to be the national, but it wanted to bloom in July, but hasn't been allowed to do so. And that's what I do. I try and time them as best I can, but I will take any tactic going to get them when I want them. If you look at all 5 breaks on that plant, this variety is quite small, like Trengrove Millennium, that sort of shape, pale yellow, globular bloom, and every break on that plant has been smashed about to try and get the timing right, and you have to do all sorts of things to get it right. And people say to me, that's a bit gross when you cut it, but the truth of the matter is, once it's grown up here somewhere, and when you cut the bloom for the flower show, it is far above this ugly knuckle that's there. But the aim is to have the blooms when you want them for the flower show, rather than let the variety take over from you. So there's 33 plants of T1 there, 66 plants of the Kiwi, and the main medium semi-cactus is Hillcrest Candy, 2 beds of Hillcrest Candy, and I'm going to grow it 8 up like I did last year, and then last year I cut it down to 7 up, and I've got to make that decision later. They're all 8 up at the moment. They go from buds about that sort of size or bigger, which I think is August bank holiday, and if you work out that the 66 plants and they're grown 8 up, there's an awful lot of bloom. There's something like 450 blooms running for you, so there'll be 90 buds taken. I've already taken 100 buds at that stage yesterday, which will take me into the August bank holiday weekend, hopefully. 2 beds of Hillcrest Candy. This is Ruskin Diane, 1 bed of Ruskin Diane, grown 6 up. Started disbudding, buds of that size, again August bank holiday, and 6 up, and a banker small deck. This is my new variety bed. You can see there's already 1 or 2 plants that were virus, which I had to pull out, but the rest of them look okay. There's only 1 plant of nearly every variety that I've got. It comes to about 65 varieties. A lot of raisers have been kind enough to send me a few plants, so we'll see how they do. And they're like they're things when they flower that I come down in the morning like a kid opening a sweets at Christmas, because each one is its own little surprise packet. Some of them not nice, but some of them will be great varieties, I'm sure. And then we've got a bed of Mary's Germander. There's 47 plants of Mary's Germander. Again, they're all timed to start blooming hopefully about August bank holiday. Any buds that appear before I want them to, I don't have any problem just knocking the bud out, and when I'm ready to go I start disbudding, and that will be the bud that I started with. There wouldn't be much bigger than that, and I'm looking at sort of 23 days for that bud to take me to Essex on the bank holiday Sunday. And then I've taken about 80 buds yesterday of that size bud, and again you've got 500 blooms running for you, 12 blooms to a plant, 47 plants is a lot of bloom. 2 beds of Winholm Diane behind us here. This is the earlier bed for the earlier shows, with buds of that sort of size for bank holiday, and then running through to National and Harrogate and what have you there. 74 plants there is over the 2 beds, grown 6 up, and all that lot you've seen so far are all undercover.